The top 5 teams that will take major steps forward this NHL season. Starting off at number 5, we got the New Jersey Devils. Now, if you look at this roster from top to bottom, specifically that D, these guys should be pretty good. I mean, those are 3 pairs, which on paper could be number 1 or number 2 pairs from most teams in this league. Again, on paper, that defense should be stacked, just hasn't played out that way yet. But if Hughes and Nemec can become the studs they're anticipated to become starting this year, we could be looking at the top blue line in the league between them, Hamilton, Siegenthaler, Pesce, Dillon. It's a perfect mix of big bruiser defenders and offensive weapons. They just need their 2 high draft picks to start playing like high draft picks, and then everybody else just do their job, and this should be a pretty sick blue line, boys. Now, when it comes to the forward group, there's a lot of potential there, too. On paper, they've got the depth. If everyone on this sheet plays at the top of their game, that's 4 lines that can score. You got Cotter, who's underrated, Mercer, who's shown some signs of high-scoring potential. Dadonov's had his moments. We've seen Connor Brown do it. We've seen Nason do it. And then they got this kid from Russia who was a point a game in the KHL last year. And, boys, that's just their lower-level depth. I'm not even talking about their top boys. So this team could be good, in my opinion. On paper, they should be good. Let's see if they can put it all together and make it work. In the number 4 spot, we got the Anaheim Ducks. Now, they got a nice mix of young studs and highly capable vets. If guys like Kreider, Granlund, Killorn, and Vetrano can play at the top of their game, combined with the young Carlson, Gauthier, McTavish, and Terry taking those next steps, this could be a hugely underrated forward group. But on to the D. They've got 3 guys in their early 20s who could all become studs. Lacombe, who I think is going to fully break out this year. Minchikov, who also could level up this year. And then you got Zellweger, who I'm least confident in out of the 3, but who could also very well become an offensive weapon. Then in the pipes, they got another young stud in Dostal. But the point is, I think they can be competitive this year. And even if they aren't, they're going to be a force in years to come once their young guys become who they're expected to become. But if their veterans can produce and perform, and the majority of these young guys can take that next step, they're looking fucking good. In the number 3 spot, we got the St. Louis Blues. And I liked what I saw last year, boys. I love the coach. This group feels like a team who really loves each other, and they all buy into Monty's system, which really is half the fucking battle. If we look at their 1-2 punch on forward, you got Holloway, Thomas, Snuggerud, followed by Buchnevich, Shen, and Kyrou. That's one of the best top 2s in the league. Then you got Neighbors, a young kid who shows promise of becoming a pesty power forward type that can produce, with Pius Suter, who just popped his all-time high goals last year, just shy of 30. And then they got Bustad or Joseph over on right wing. Pretty fucking solid, boys. On D, you got Fowler, Parayko, the NHL's most underrated pair of last season, no question. If these guys can build on their game from 2024, this is a lethal tandem, followed by Broberg, another young kid who might be ready to take that next step, with the wily vet in Falk on his right. All this, plus Binnington in the pipes, I think this team will surprise some people this season. I think they could go farther than round 1. Coming in at the number 2 spot, we got the Ottawa Senators. And the thing I love about this roster is how much fucking depth they've got all the way down, and how the majority of this young core have kind of come up together, right? The only thing Ottawa really seems to be missing to really compete in the postseason and be a challenger for the Cup is a high-end superstar on both forward and defense. And the thing is, it might be time for both Stützle and Sanderson to become exactly those. And if they do that, combined with the supporting acts of guys like Batherson and Kachuk and Cousins and Pinto and Gregg, all sub 27, 26 guys who very well might be ready to take another step, combined with the capable vets like Giroux, Shabbat, Zub, Perron, and then you even got a couple young wild cards in Zetterlund, Clevin, and Spence. I mean, these Sens could come in a lot better than who they were last year, and I think they could surprise some people. But the number 1 team that I think is going to take a major fucking step this year is the Montreal Canadiens. And I think it's fair to assume that top line is going to come in hotter than a fucking Sahara Desert, okay? Coming off their first taste of the postseason, all their stars are young. I think we see that first line become one of the best in the entire NHL this year. After that, you've got Demidov. Who knows what he could become? Duck, who again, we're still kind of waiting to see what kind of player he's going to be. With Bolduc, another young kid who put up solid rookie numbers with the Blues last season, just shy of 20 goals. Laine, who's a total fucking wild card. Then you got the Evans, the Gallaghers, and Andersons, who you know exactly what you're going to get. So between line 1 and their vets, it's all gravy, baby. The only fucking roulette spin you got is with lines 2 and 3, which could either turn out super, super good if those young guys take another step, Doc can stay healthy, Laine doesn't play like he did last year. But the real juice of this Montreal lineup is that fucking defense, boys. Gooley, Dobson, Hudson. All young dudes that could and probably will be serious players in this league. Then you've got Matheson in the number 4 spot, put up 60 points 2 seasons ago, nothing to wag your tail at. Carrier, who's better than a lot of people know, and Struble, 23 years old. We don't really know what he's going to be yet, but he's solid defensively. He's in the fucking lineup. The only question in my eyes is goaltending, plus the roulette spins with some of Montreal's depth. But all in all, I think that's one of the best blue lines in the league, especially if those kids take another step. I think Montreal could come in hot and surprise a lot of teams this season, boys. Hey, thanks for watching the whole vid, boys. If you liked the video, drop me a comment. And if you subscribe, you're a fucking beauty. Thanks, boys.